Hey guys, so extra collective for today, we're going to be using the Enchanted Map Oracle cards. We are going to be using the Chiro Marchetti's Tarot of Dreams and the Rider-Waite-Smith for the clarification. Now, as I shuffle, I want to remind you guys that personal readings are open again. Please go look at the pinned post. Well, on Facebook, you can look at the pinned post on my main page. It will give you all the details you need. On YouTube, in the description box down below, I put all the details you'll need about readings. Also, guys, please stay safe out there. There's people who are still going to be messaging you, replying to your comments. All I can do is warn you, because Facebook doesn't seem to care that they're scammers. The fact that some of them are taking my name and, my logo, my pictures, should tell you exactly what you need to know about these unethical people. So stay safe. And thank you to everybody who has been signing up for the monthly membership. Those of you who are sending stars, who are sharing my videos, commenting, reacting, following the YouTube channel, the Facebook page, all of those things let me know that you appreciate my time and my energy. You love what I do and allow me to do what I love. So thank you so much. All right, let's go ahead and get started, guys. What is the theme for this collective? What is the theme for this collective? All right, we got slow and steady. All right. I love it when new ones come out. I don't think I'd ever seen that one come out. Hold on. All right, number 12. So number 1, 2, or 3 could be important to some of you. All right, so this says slow and steady wins the race. Oh, excuse me. Remember the old cliche, slow and steady wins the race? This is a time for easy movement, unhurried steps, and a steady heart. Trust that taking life at a more leisurely pace will give you a greater access to your dreams. Slowing down allows more contact with the juicier elements of your life. Savor them. Okay. Well, I'm all about savoring life, so I love that message. This could be somebody, the collective could be about, somebody who's maybe needing to learn that lesson that they need to slow down. Just take things at a steady pace. So let's see. First set for this collective. First set. We've got the 7 of Coins, King of Coins, the Knight of Coins. Ooh, the Sun reversed, and the Page of Cups. Wow, 10 of Swords. Okay, so this is interesting because out of all the kings, the King of Coins will be the one that does things in a slow and steady way. But maybe this time he's getting a little impatient. 10 of Swords. Oh. Interesting. So, this king wants a beginning. They want a start. They want something to start. They either want to make an offer or... With the 7 of Coins, I will say that this is somebody who feels like they've already been putting in energy to something. They've already been cultivating something. So they're waiting for something to happen to show them that their work hasn't been in vain. Or, we've also got 9 Pentacles here. So this could be somebody who's trying to be single, because we do see something ending here. Maybe that's the thing. This person is trying to be single. Or they're trying to not be single. We'll see. With the sun reverse, that's like they feel unhappy, they feel like they're missing warmth. They're lacking confidence, possibly, or a sense of purpose and clarity. Clarify Seven of Coins. Let's see. We've got the Six of Wands. Ooh, Five of Swords. Queen of Cups. And the King of Cups. Wow. Okay. So this is a couple here, but they're showing up in the passive energies. Water. King and Queen. So this is almost like with the Five of Swords, they're at a standstill. This king could be expecting action from the Queen of Cups. This could be a continuation of the last collective I just did, because the king was waiting for the queen to make a move. And if she doesn't, they're misinterpreting it like, oh, okay, so she's got a lot of pride, she's snobby, she's playing mind games. I don't think that's what's happening. And because it might be a continuation of the last collective, I'm going to mention some points that I saw there. This is somebody who may have been used to not having to work hard for certain things, like the attention of a feminine. And so they're seeing it now like this person is making me jump through loops or hoops. But that's not what it is. The feminine is a magnet. Feminine energy at its most powerful place is a magnet. It pulls people in. That does not mean that she's the only one in power, because the masculine has a different type of power. They are the pursuer. They are the aggressor. So when they make a move, it is her choice to reciprocate. And if she does, that's further proof that they stood out, that they are, she sees them as worthy of her time and energy. Now, I don't know if this is a continuation because it's the very beginning of this collective. But if it is, it's just the masculine is in this place of not understanding masculine energy, really. Clarify King of Coins. They're elevating, they're changing, they're morphing, but that means it's new to them. Clarify King of Coins. Ten of Swords again. Page of Swords and Four of Pentacles. Look at that. There is some sort of ending here between them. That also came out in the last collective, which is why I'm saying this could be a continuation of that. There's been some sort of ending here between them. So now the masculine watches her, but he's not opening up. He's not really doing anything. It's almost like the more he watches her, the more she turns into what he wants. But he feels blocked and frustrated. Clarify Knight of Coins. Judgment. Eight of Cups. Clarify the Knight of Coins. Five of Cups. Yeah, see, this feels like, okay. Usually, I can't say usually or not usually, actually, because it's almost half and half. Sometimes the extra collective is a continuation of the first one, and sometimes it's not. This is one of the times where I think it is. Because it's like this masculine is making a decision. You see how he's on the Knight of Coins? And the horse is just lifting itself on its hind legs. It's not actually moving. So they're making this decision of like, I'm going to, like, they're doing things to get her attention. And if that doesn't work, then they're like, well, I've got to make a decision. I've got to walk away. But they haven't actually done anything. They're already feeling defeated. They're feeling sorrow. They're feeling loss, because it's like they're doing a peacock method of like, well, in the peacock world, the male is the one that attracts the feminine. Yes, but even in the peacock world, the masculine goes over to the feminine before they do their little mating dance and show their beautiful feathers. This masculine is assuming that as long as they display that they are, commitment material, they display that they would be a good partner, that should make her come to them. Even if there is a connection, because Six of Cups is here. Even if there is a connection, this masculine is holding back. And I think that there is, because they're showing up with Queen of Cups energy. So the feminine most likely does have emotions for this person. But you can't just prance around and expect somebody to notice you without saying anything. Clarify Sun reversed. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Again, she's showing up in her very feminine energy. The Magician. The Moon card. Okay. This is weird, but I'm gonna say what I'm getting, okay? I have a feeling that this masculine may even have, they may have a suspicion. They may assume, and I'm saying assumption because I don't see this happening at all. There's like a lack of trust. The Moon card, they have a lot of fears and insecurities coming up. They are this is very new to them. This experience here is new to them, or it's reminding them of something they already went through. And if it is reminding them of something they already went through, they suffered a lot of betrayal in that connection. And if it's not something they already went through, they feel like this is weird. The fact that I feel so drawn to this person is weird. I think that they did some magic, some work to attract me. That's not what's happening. But this is what makes this masculine feel better. Because at the Three of Cups, this could have been somebody that they used to see as a friend. Yeah, look at that. Now the Devil. It went from a friendship to an obsession. And so they're blaming her like she did something. She's doing something. There's no way that all of a sudden a switch went off and now I'm obsessed with this person. Well, let's see. Clarify Page of Cups. Six of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Five of Wands. With the Death card. The fact that we're clarifying the page, I feel like this person, this king, can feel deeply. But overall, I think that they're very immature when it comes to dealing with emotions. Just because they can feel something deeply doesn't mean they understand it or they know how to handle it. Because I see them keep trying to run away. The Eight of Cups is here. The Six of Swords is here. But it's like they can't. Because with the Two of Pentacles, this feminine has become a priority for them. There's a lot of tension between these two. And this is it's a tension in the sense that there's a lot of like sexual chemistry between them. You know how you know how in the movies sometimes they have this couple that's like arguing, and as they argue they're like physically getting close to each other, but they're arguing, right? And then before you know it, they grab each other and they're like passionately kissing. That's this type of energy. It's like they have all this tension between them, but it's because there's no sexual connection, let me put it that way. And I think that this is, again, the death card. This shifted. This used to be different. I think that this king used to be a lot more in control of his emotions, or he felt that way. And now he doesn't. So he's assuming that something was done, which adds to that feeling of, I'm not going to make a move. No, because she's the one doing stuff to attract me. So she's got to do something more, more clear. Oh, okay. Let's look at the next set. Four of Wands. Palace of Coins. And the Ace of Swords. Wow. The Palace of Coins and Palace of Cups. Look. This is going to be difficult on this king, because he's already in the Palace of Cups and Palace of Coins. He's already in the place where he feels deeply and he wants stability. He wants something more concrete. That much he knows. But at the same time, he's waiting for if this is a continuation of the last reading, it's an Empress. He's waiting for the Empress to be the one to make a move. So that's going to be a little difficult. Let's see. Clarify Four of Wands. Okay. 10 of Wands reversed. 3 of Pentacles reversed. 3 of Swords reversed. All of them reversed. Okay. And look at that. With the Empress. There she is. I told you. It is an Empress. This king is in this place of like wanting to drop this. It's stressing them out. Feeling this deeply, wanting this much, it's stressing them out. They want to let go of this. They're like, maybe we're not meant to build. Maybe this is just gonna hurt me. I just need to stay away. But yeah, it's like they can't give up on this. Clarify Palace of Coins. Clarify. Clarify Palace of Coins. There you are. That's why. Because they found their match. Oh. Clarify Palace of Coins. Wow. We keep getting all these pages. We got the Page of Swords a while ago with the King, and now we got the Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands. It's like they're learning. This connection is definitely taking this Emperor, because now he's showing up as an Emperor, out of their comfort zone. The thing is, they're not sure they like that. A piece of them likes it and the other piece of them fights it. Because they're showing up with the Seven of Swords. They have definitely met their match. They met their Empress. And that's rare in itself. But with the Seven of Swords, they're in this energy of like, we don't have to tell her. We don't have to, make it too obvious. So they do little things. They may flirt. They may occasionally call her. They may occasionally Like they do little things, but none of those things are an actual overt action. So they do things that to them show like she should know by now. I'm interested. But it's sneaky. It's like it's crab behavior. It's going sideways instead of direct. And then they're expecting something to just happen. That's why the Seven of Pentacles is the first card. They're expecting to love just blossom from these little half-ass things that they're doing. And what has surprised them and why it's like this is why they're getting frustrated. Ironically, the more that they do these little half-ass things, the deeper they fall. And this is shocking them. It's shocking them how deeply they're feeling. This is interesting, guys, because you know what I'm feeling? It's like somebody who's used to playing a game. Like, let's say that they're used to seeing other people as opponents in a game, right? The Empress is just refusing to play. And this person knows this game so well that they predict other people's movements. They're always really good at winning. But the Empress is refusing to play, and that's putting them at a disadvantage because it's the game that they know. Outside of the game, they don't know how to predict people. Like, I don't. Let's think of a game. One of my favorite games is called Sequence. It is an amazing game. Those people who know me well know I love playing that game. It's a little bit of strategy, but it's very fun. It's very family oriented. So let's say that this emperor is so good at this game of Sequence that, or chess or checkers, whatever, that they're so good at it that they can tell what type of person they're dealing with off of how they play the game. They can tell personality, they can tell temperament all through the game because they're so good at it. But if the Empress refuses to play, it's like they're lost. They don't know how to proceed now. Because it's through the game that they flirt, it's through the game that they make. You know how in old-fashioned in the old times, back in the day, they would use flower language, right? Have any of you seen Kate and Leopold? It's an old movie with I think her name is Meg Ryan and Hugh Jackman. Yeah, I think that's them. And in the movie, her brother is going to send flowers to this girl, and Hugh Jackman is over here telling him, oh my God, don't send her that. This flower means this flower means that. What are you trying to say to her? And then he's like, well, I was trying to show admiration. I said, okay, that's the wrong flower for that. It was like very subtle things. And I'm bringing that up because this feels like that. Like it was through the game that this emperor would clue in people on, I like you. I want to move forward. I want to do this without having to say it directly. But what's shocking them is that this Empress is like not even participating. She finds the game silly. And so it's like they feel, I don't know what to do now. Because it's the game or, flower language that I usually use. And she's refusing anything that I know. So it's taking them out of their element completely. And at the same time, the fact that they're being taken out of their element, it frustrates them. At the same time, it's fascinating. They're like, oh, because they're learning something new. Clarify Ace of Swords. Got the Five of Wands. Clarify Ace of Swords. See, King of Swords reversed though. The Devil and the Knight of Swords. Oh boy. With the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So this is interesting to me because They are an emperor, but I don't think they've fully developed themselves well. I think that in certain arenas of life, they are an emperor. But in other arenas of life, they're lacking. Or they're still growing into it. Because they're showing up as a King of Swords reversed. And that's not, especially the King of Swords. Any king in reverse, this is somebody who's used to being very aloof and cold and arrogant. They're selfish, they're self-centered. It's about what they want. So we're going back to the analogy of the game, right? It's this is somebody very intelligent, I will tell you that, because first they're showing up as an emperor and a King of Swords, but they're misusing their intelligence is the thing. They're used to controlling the situation and people. So if we're going back to the analogy of the game, it's almost like if people show interest in them, the first thing they do is they put the game in front of them, like, join me. Because that's how they gauge people, right? That's how they control people. That's how they measure people. And the Empress is just not interested in the game at all. So this is giving them some clarity on themselves, because the interesting part about this, and I like this because most of the time when we are showing unsavory aspects, because let's be clear, humanity, we're a mix. We've got light and dark, right? That's just how we are, the shadow and the light. Most of the time when we are in our shadow, we are not aware of it because it's coming from a subconscious place. It's coming from a place of, this is what we learned to survive, whatever environment we were in. And so we are on survival mode. I don't think this emperor has been aware of what they've been doing until now. Ace of Swords. They're getting clarity on, almost like they were like, why isn't this working? What is happening here? And the more that they think about it, they're realizing, so she's resisting, but why is she resisting? And then we get the King of Swords and the Devil, which means that somehow they understood, I don't know why or how. Ace of Swords here is divinity, so they could have seen this through a vision, a dream, or just synchronicities happened, aligned to show this person that they're actually being manipulative. They're being controlling. It's coming from a place of fear of, I will be in control and this is how it will go, or you're out. So in the past, if we're thinking about that game, right? This is somebody who, through the game, would invite people closer or would basically dismiss them out of their lives. It was like a power move. This person understands power moves. Knight of Swords, but it's like they're used to being very aggressive. I don't know why I'm getting that. The King of Swords reversed, Knight of Swords, like they're very determined to get their way. And they're getting clarity now. I'm like, wow, I don't really think about how it makes other people feel, do I? But it was coming from a subconscious place. So they're realizing, I didn't really consider how my actions were affecting other people. How they felt when I would discard them after they lost a game, or when their strategy was too easy to see through, or, it's like he had gotten into this mentality of, I keep going back to a reference of a game, it's because like people were pawns. That's what it feels like. People were tools. And being around this Empress who just refuses to play the game at all, and yet is still teaching him new things, it's blowing his mind and annoying him and intriguing him at the same time. Let's see. Next set. The Tower. Again. Surprise! The Five of Coins. The Ten of Coins. And the World card. with the Two of Wands. So this person showed up in Emperor energy, which tells me they're very masculine, but they were using their masculinity in a very calculated way. That's what comes through the most. They were being very calculated when they would use their masculine energy. And this Empress is getting them into primal masculine energy. Look at this. Aries, Aries, Aries. Aries, Venus, Aries, Mars, Aries, Sun. This Empress is putting them in a very primal masculine place. Almost think of it like this. I just have to use this analogy because it's coming to mind. Think of it like a hunter, right? But this is a hunter who's very advanced, and so they don't go out and hunt anymore. They've created traps, and depending on what type of prey, they've learned to catch different types of prey with their traps. But all they have is like this panel and buttons, and they don't hunt the old-fashioned way anymore. But this Empress, if she were to be equated with prey, which she's not, but just an example, is avoiding all the traps altogether. She's a whole new breed of prey. And they're seeing it almost like they're having to learn new skills even, and they're having to step away from that control panel. They're having to go out there and be in the wild to be able to even interact with her. So they're recognizing superiority in intelligence, possibly I feel like she can match them in strategy though. So it's almost like they don't even see her as prey anymore. They see her as, they might have started off seeing her that way, and now they're like, no, this is like the difference between most cultures will not eat horses, right? Most. I know there's some out there that in desperation will. But most cultures will not eat horses because they recognize their superior intelligence. They recognize that this is a creature that is noble and is very, very intelligent. Most animals are, but there's levels, let's be clear. And so they see a horse more like an equal. They are it's very easy for them to see them like a friend instead of prey, because horses are very intelligent. Now, I'm not saying the Empress is a horse. I'm like using all the metaphors today. You know what I mean, guys. They started off almost like a game of cat and mouse, and they realized this is not a fucking mouse. This is another cat. Clarify Tower. King of Cups. Nine of Swords. Ten of Cups, Three of Swords, the Hanged Man, with the Two of Cups. Well, I think excuse me, I got the hiccups, I'm trying to stop. I think what the Tower represents is the surprise that they feel. Because they're feeling deeply for this person. And it's giving them anxiety because they're not used to that. Remember, they're used to being the King of Swords reversed. They're used to being distant and cold and calculating and a little bit of a bully. And you know what this feels like? This feels like the World card is here because this could be I don't want to say it's karma, but in a way it is. in the sense that this is more an energetic karma, as in this is somebody who possibly was good at getting people to fall in love with them, but they would play with people's emotions. That, remember, they were the emperor, the devil, king of swords reversed. They didn't really have a high level of morals or ethics on how they would treat people. So in some places, I would say that they were even cruel, or a bully, or things. Again, it's not that they would have ever seen themselves that way, but that's what they were doing. They were on survival mode. So anytime people had feelings for them, they would think, oh, this idiot just fell into my trap. And now they are like, did I just fall into someone else's trap? But this is not a trap, because the Empress wasn't pursuing them. She didn't see them as something to hunt. But this is how they're feeling. They're sitting here like, oh my God, I just fell into someone else's trap, because now they feel like she's going to play with them. Because anybody that fell for them, they would play with them. And they're full of anxiety because they're expecting their heart to get broken. And at the same time, they're like, but why does this feel so good? This feels healing. This feels like I feel understood. They're having a lot of mixed emotions right now. With the Five of Coins, I think this is somebody who didn't really experience love fully, especially as a child. Because what most people don't understand is that our parents or our caretakers, whoever they are, some people are raised by uncles, aunts, grandparents. Some people are raised by their parents. Some people are raised by foster. Whoever your caretakers were, they taught you what to expect from love. So this person might have dealt with an environment that wasn't very hospitable to love, to emotions. So they never really understood that emotion. And I feel like this connection is being brought to this person's life so that they understand love. So that they understand that you don't have to be alone. You don't have to be distant, isolated, cold. There can be warmth. There can be, really great things that come out of a connection if you just allow it. Clarify Five of Coins. Clarify Five of Coins. You have the Page of Wands, the Eight of Coins, and the Two of Wands, with the Ten of Wands. These emotions that they're feeling are very heavy for this person. They feel like I'm hearing the music in my head for Darth Vader. Dun 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 dun. It's the Empire music. It's like this is somebody who's been like a Darth Vader energy, like they're used to cruelty, they're used to abuse, they're used to hurt, they're used to all. That's something that it's almost like they're so used to survival that when beautiful things come into their life, this stresses them out because they're not used to that. But with the Page of Wands, they're curious. They're so curious about what this is like. Because look at these doorways. It's like a doorway has opened to a new world. And on the other side, on this side, there's coldness. There's, alone. They're alone. And on the other side, they can feel the warmth of the sun. They can see trees with fruit and food. And a piece of them is like that there's a trick, that there's something deadly in that room. I can tell because there's no way that exists without some. Is there like as soon as I walk through, there's going to be a giant maul that just crushes me? Like they're expecting something like that. So they're stressed out. They're stressed out because they don't believe so much in goodness. They believe that there's such a thing as too good to be true. That's what they believe. So with the Eight of Pentacles, they're trying to like focus on other things, I feel. But this, because the doorway's there, it's open. It's like, you know, in the movie where the door opens so you can hear like this, like, oh. That's what they feel. And they're terrified. So they're trying to avoid it. Eight of Pentacles makes me think that they work really hard at other things. If they have a job, or if they're an entrepreneur, or whatever it is that they do, they're focusing so much on that. But this doorway keeps preying on their mind. And a piece of them starts, okay, here's what we're going to do. Like they're starting to create a plan. I'm laughing because it's kind of cute. It makes me think of little cartoons where they're, you know, gearing up to go battle this this big old thing. It's like they're preparing weapons, and I'm gonna go through the door, but they will not catch me unaware. I'm gonna like sneak through, and I'm gonna do backflips away from whatever trap they have set, and that's what's happening. Clarified Ten of Coins. They're in this place of like, okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through the door, but we're gonna evade any trickery. Clarified Ten of Coins. It's kind of cute. I can't help it. I'm sorry. Look, but he's the King of Swords up right now. Oh boy, Five of Swords. With the Empress. I'm getting messages as the cards come out. That's why I'm laughing. Okay, guys, hold on. King of Wands. Oh Lord. This is cute, and it's funny at the same time to me. It's almost sad, to be honest, because whatever this person has been through, all they know is how to survive the worst. All they know is how to prepare for backstabbing, which is what turned them into the King of Swords reversed, right? Nobody turns into that just because they want to be that. That is a reflection of their environment. So picture this, okay? So they're going through the doorway, and the Empress has a table set with bounty, you know, tea, and let's just say something like tea and crumpets. or biscuits with cream and marmalade and sandwiches, and it's like a tea party, right? She set up a tea party waiting for them. And they're sitting down, but they're sitting down expecting the chair to swallow them. And they're sitting there, they refuse to eat because they're just staring at the food, looking at her, and then going, what kind of game is this? What's the strategy here? And I'm picturing her holding a teacup, looking at them like, I'm sorry, what? What are you talking about? And they're like, oh, so you're not going to tell me. Okay. They don't understand that there's no game here. To them, that's not possible. They're still in the Five of Swords. Like, they're expecting something from her. They're expecting some sort of move where she'll be like, aha, and I caught you. That's what they're expecting. They are so that's exactly why whatever she's doing is working, though, because it's not a game. It's just her being authentic. She is very Four of Swords. She's very calm. She's healed enough to where she can see why they're acting the way they're acting. And look at them. They're an emperor. They're showing up with King of Coins, King of Cups, King of Swords, King of Wands. They are an emperor, and she can see that. But picture this. Picture an emperor who has been through so many battles, through so many like they're coming back to their own country, but they've had to escape. They've had to be a double spy. They've been tortured. They've been maimed, possibly. And so coming to a table full of food that they don't have to fight for, that they don't have to trick their way into, getting warmth and love that doesn't come with a specific requirement, they don't trust it. They feel like there's no way, but it's because of their history, right? Now, we have hope in the sense that we've got 6 swords and 4 swords. The 5, the king, and the 4. Those are 10 swords. This is it will take a little bit of time. But I feel like the Empress, because she can see where they're coming from, it's like she knows how to get them to just relax. Just relax. It's going to be okay. So think of it like this. If she tells them, if they're sitting at a table, right, with all this tea party things, and they're afraid to eat because they're afraid that it's poisoned or that there's some trick, she'll say something like, from this table, what would you like to taste? And they may point to the last thing they want, right? Because again, they're expecting some trickery. They'll say cucumber sandwich. So she understands that they're afraid to eat, right? So she'll grab a cucumber sandwich, take a bite of it herself, and then hand them the other piece. Like, it's okay. I'm not dying. You want to try it? So again, it's almost like little by little lowering their defenses, because she's not trying to attack them. She has nothing up her sleeve, but they've been around that type of environment for so long that they don't understand not doing that. They don't understand not acting with strategy. They don't understand not acting with an ulterior motive. But with the King of Wands, the more that they're around her and they understand that there is nothing that she's hiding from them, there's nothing that she's not going to backstab them, she's not going to hurt them, they start getting very fiery about this. They start getting excited about the idea of being in a world where you can relax. Let's look at the World card. Clarify the World. Two of Swords. Ooh, Queen of Cups reversed. And 10 of Wands. This person is still struggling though. With the 4 of Cups, they're just like, no, I'm not going to take this. And their excuse is because 2 of Swords, they're in denial of what they really want. They're in denial of what is really happening. So they're saying this Empress, she's clingy. She's codependent. She wouldn't let me breathe. This would be a burden. I don't see an Empress that way, but this is how they see her. And so they would feel restricted. There's a lot of responsibility that comes with this. Almost like they're understanding, okay, let's say I did go through this doorway. Let's say I did sit at her tea party and I did take from, what she's offering. What's required is that I become an emperor, and I'm tired of responsibilities. So, even if they are kind of not seeing her in a favorable light, it's really because that might be where this advice comes in. They're already thinking of the long term. They're already thinking of what could possibly happen. They're not even wanting to partake of the food because, again, they're trying to think 20 steps ahead to avoid disaster, to avoid hurt. Instead of just saying, well, why don't you just eat the fucking sandwich and drink the fucking tea and worry about that later? If you decide you don't want to do that, that's fine. But this person's like, no, I'm not even going to take one sip. I'm not. They refuse to just savor the experience. They're already thinking of like, okay, hold on. But if I did do this, I think what they're afraid of, I'm going to tell you what I think, because this thought just came to me. I think what they're afraid of is getting used to being in this world. And then at one point having to leave it. Because it's like they're trying to find, this is somebody who's made for responsibility. They're an emperor. They would most likely relish in responsibility. But they're trying to act like they don't want it. They don't want to be an emperor. They don't want to rule an empire. They don't want the responsibility that comes with it. And yet they are an emperor. Anywhere else, they would feel out of place. Because an emperor is born and raised to be an emperor. Put them in any other environment and they don't fit in. So I'm going to stop part 1 here. I hope you guys enjoyed this part. If you did, please make sure to react to the video. Comment down below. If this is where we are to part, then I hope to see y'all next week, or tomorrow. Actually, there's another collective tomorrow. And if you want to watch part 2, there's a link to sign up for the monthly membership down below. If you've already signed up and you're trying to figure out how to watch part 2, click on the link that takes you to my main Facebook page, ArtesanaDivina, and that's where you'll see Subscribers Hub. Click on that, and that's where all the part 2s are at, okay? So I hope to see you on the other side. Bye-bye.